Hey students, welcome back to class. So today's video is going to be all about lash baths and everything you need to know concerning lash baths in your lash artistry, why we need them, and how to properly perform them. So lash baths are pretty much the process in which you will take a let's call it a lash shampoo, and you'll use it on your client's lashes. So the reason why you want to make sure that you perform these lash baths is simply because you want to make sure that your client has clean lashes, okay? If your client's lashes are not clean, this can cause serious health issues like infections, eye styes, blurry vision, and etc. Remember that our lashes are literally just there to catch debris from falling into the eye. So when you have lash extensions on, now you have these big, beautiful fans, 5 times, 20 times the size of a natural single lash, and it's helping to catch 20 times, 15 times the amount of debris and bacteria. So you want to make sure that you are performing lash baths as necessary and also educating your clients as to how often they should be performing a lash bath and how to perform a lash bath. So here are a few photos of what dirty lashes, bad lashes look like. So as you can see on this first client's eye here, you just see this kind of backed up oil type seabreast that is pretty much just stuck in between the base of the extension and the lash line. You want to make sure that you remove all of this, okay? If that means it takes 2 lash baths, I mean it takes 2 lash baths. A lot of times, if it gets this bad, you may just have to completely go ahead and remove that whole set because you do not want this sitting in your client's eye. And remember, oil and water don't mix. It's kind of the same idea when it comes to your lash glue because your lash glue is not oil based. So, whenever you have oil on your client's natural lashes, the glue literally will not stick to the lashes. And if you guys are already practicing on your clients, you'll notice that if they have dirty lashes, it's so much harder for you to literally get the glue to adhere. So you want to make sure you're doing your part on getting rid of any excess bacteria. So here's another photo, and you can just see how bad this can get. So at this point, this client has let bacteria sit on their lashes for a while, and it's literally caked in at the root. So if you ever see anything that looks like this, you need to go ahead and do a full removal, and you definitely need to let them know it's time for a lash break, and you want to educate them on how to perform lash baths. All of your clients should be doing lash baths, okay? Make sure your clients know that. And part of the reason why we want to make sure we're doing these lash baths is because of this right here. So on a microscopic level, this is what a client's dirty eyelashes looks like, okay? It's these little bugs that are literally crawling inside of their lashes. So make sure your clients get educated. Let them know that they need to learn about how to keep their lashes clean at home. You don't want this sitting on your natural lashes, okay? So again, I encourage you, try to go ahead and perform a full set or fill on dirty lashes, and you'll see it's literally not going to work, okay? Those lashes are literally just going to slide right off and ignore whatever you're doing. And remember, the better upkeep that your clients keep on their lashes, the more likely that their lashes will be healthy and the more likely that they don't have to take a lash break. Because I don't know about you guys, but my clients hate lash breaks, and so do I, okay? So moving forward, this is how to perform a lash bath.
So you're going to take them out, or are you just going to fill them in?
We're going to take them out. She's going to take a lash break.
Girl, stop playing with me.
Okay. You can keep it here, babe. All right. So right here I have my client, Raven, and I'm just taking my spoolie and brushing out her lashes. That's the first thing you want to do whenever your client gets on your table. You just want to do a quick little run through and make sure you don't see anything alarming that needs to be taken care of immediately. And there's not anything alarming that you might need to communicate to your client. So brushing through their lashes is definitely numero uno, okay? Now, next, I'm going to be using my Beard & Beauty Lash Shampoo and just applying that to her lash line. So you definitely want to use a good lash shampoo that is a burn-free formula. All lash baths are not burn-free, okay? So you want to make sure you get one that's a burn-free formula. And lash baths are pretty easy. What I'm doing, and you guys can't see because my big old hands are in the way, but I'm basically taking the spoolie from the lash line and kind of wiggling it. I don't know how to say that word, wiggling it down so that I'm kind of shaking off any dirt or debris or anything that might be stuck on that baseline and getting it to shake down the lash so that it can be rinsed off. And you just pretty much want to repeat that process. Now, you definitely want to use a spoolie. The spoolie is going to be a little bit more abrasive and help to scrape off any oil or anything like that that's sticking to the natural lashes. You want to make sure that you definitely go in with your spoolie. It's very, very, very important. And it's probably definitely one of my favorite tools to use to get a good thorough lash bath. Now, after using my spoolie, I like to go in with a lash brush. And this right here is a little bit more comfortable for the client because it's not as abrasive. But this one is great as well because it has finer hairs than the spoolie does. So this kind of gets like, it's kind of like our fine tuning. So this goes into like those little cracks and crevices in between single hairs, in between fans, in between natural lashes in ways that maybe our larger spoolie could not. So I'm taking that and using that same motion. I use a liberal amount of shampoo. And I'm literally just brushing it in the downwards motion. You never want to push product or dirt back into the client's eye, and just continue to do that until I feel like I don't see anything to the naked eye that's noticeable and the lashes are clean. So now that I'm getting ready to rinse, my client here, she kind of hates this process because rinsing can get kind of, I don't know, I guess messy because of the water and running down the side of their face. So what I'll do is I'll hold that paper towel off to the side to try to catch most of that water and then use that to clean up my client. You want to try to keep them as comfortable as possible during this process. And I'll even place one there and allow her to hold it just to keep her comfortable and repeat that process until all of the soap is completely rinsed out of their eye. You don't want anything left behind. You want to have a nice clean canvas to start on when you start your fill. So make sure to do as many rinses as you need. Usually I'm good with about 2 rinses per eye, but if I need more, I will go in with more. And remember, you want to keep your client comfortable. So you see me throughout the process, wiping her face and her ears, just making sure that she's having a great overall experience. So once I have completed the lash bath, I'll take my lash fan and I will use a dry spoolie. Don't use your wet spoolie. A lot of times that wet spoolie still has soap on it and you'll notice that your lashes start to clump back together. And that's because your spoolie still had residue from the soap. So what you want to do, you want to use a brand new dry spoolie and you pretty much just want to use that fan and brush and fan at the same time. It really helps to fan out the lashes again and it really helps to get them nice and clean. And you just want to repeat this process until your lashes are dry. So this usually takes me maybe like another 5 minutes to do both eyes, which is why you guys want to make sure you are thinking about the policies that you have in place for your clients. Because think, if they're 10 minutes late and then they needed a lash bath, it's very easy to get your day thrown back. And a lash bath is not something you can skip if a client needs it. So it's one of those things you have to do if it needs to be done. All right, so now I'm just finishing up. Make sure you take your time in doing that. Making sure my client's palette under her is nice and dry. Giving them one last brush through. And as you guys can see, her lashes are perfectly clean, nice and fluffy. Nothing crunchy. I can brush through from the base of her lash line all the way through the tip with no issues. And she was able to open her eyes immediately without burning, and her lashes are nice and clean and fluffy. So that is how you perform a lash bath. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concern, leave them down below or send me an email.